If you are hearing these words, know this: it is not mere coincidence. This is a response, a resonance from your own soul, which has waited so long for this call. Before we step together into the sanctum sanctorum, into the very essence of things, you must make your choice. Hit the like button, and you will not simply express approval, you will declare your intent. Subscribe, and you join the brotherhood of those who relentlessly seek the truth, which they so diligently hide behind a veil of mundane news, is astonishingly simple and at the same time terrifying. This is not another conspiracy theory. This is a genuine conspiracy against your very own consciousness. Have you ever looked at the moon and felt something primal, something that for centuries has slumbered in the very fabric of existence, whispering softly into your ear? The ancients possessed secret knowledge. Their gaze penetrated far beyond the limits of our own, so constrained, sight. The indigenous peoples, whose ancient wisdom had nearly been erased from the face of the earth, carefully preserved knowledge that today, like a tender shoot, pushes through the dense veil of oblivion. They knew with certainty of the existence of forces that govern the very cosmos, forces that absolutely do not tolerate uninvited intrusion. The Hopi ancestors, these reverent keepers of a 1,000-year tradition, spoke of the moon not merely as a lifeless celestial stone silently orbiting our planet, or they perceived it as something entirely different. Do not disturb the face of the moon, lest it answer you. And this was not simply a beautiful poetic phrase. It was a direct warning, etched in their hearts and passed down by word of mouth from generation to generation, like a sacred, irrefutable commandment. It revealed a truth. Even the most distant, the most seemingly inaccessible corners of the universe are by no means empty. They are not just inhabited. They breathe with their own energy, possess a unique essence. The words colonization, conquest, and exploitation, born of human arrogance and an insatiable thirst for power, sound alien and even frightening here in these boundless expanses. Imagine a lost quatrain from Centuria 11th, verse 93, accidentally discovered in a tattered papyrus, unearthed amidst the time-worn ruins of the legendary Library of Alexandria. It reads, "When mortals, yearning for stars, disturb the slumber of the silent mistress of the heavens, shadows that slumber in the void will awaken, and their shadow shall fall upon humanity's cradle." This is not a mere coincidence with the ancient prophecies of the Hopi people. It is rather a sort of harmonic resonance, echoing through time and space. Recall the scrolls of the hermit monk Kenshin, whose texts were found in the ashes of a once majestic monastery on the sacred Mount Kurama. He wrote of a sphere of reflections, suggesting celestial bodies are not simply lifeless objects, but living mirrors, reflecting not only light but the deepest intentions of those who gaze upon them. His seemingly purely esoteric musings today acquire a sinister, chilling concreteness. Or perhaps you are familiar with a recent leak of information from Protocol Chimera, which spoke of precedents of unpredictable cosmic reactions to anthropogenic impact extending beyond Earth's atmosphere. Formally, this sounds like a scientific hypothesis, but in light of ancient warnings, everything takes on an entirely different, far more ominous meaning. This is not merely a dry scientific report. It is a silent whisper, emanating from the deepest darkness, insistently warning of impending consequences. Modern calculations, derived using the most advanced telescopic equipment, reveal anomalous energy fields around the moon that are utterly inexplicable within the framework of current understandings of contemporary physics. Some scientists, fearlessly risking their careers, dare to hint at certain fractal patterns in geopolitical events. And remarkably, these patterns astonishingly correlate with lunar phases, and even more disturbingly, with supposed points of contact with extraterrestrial and perhaps transcendent forces. They speak of a collapse of quantum probability in these regions, as if the very fabric of reality becomes fragile, thinning in response to external aggression. That inexplicable, pervasive anxiety that suddenly grips you at 3 in the morning when the oppressive silence seems deafening? That acute sense of alienation that arises when you look at the random faces of passers-by on the street, and they seem to you like mere decorations, actors in a long-forgotten faded play. These are not simply manifestations of depression. It is your own soul suffocating within this artificially created matrix. This is the voice of your own intuition, your true essence, struggling to break through the imposed walls of an artificial world. It is the echo of ancient warnings that may have visited you in dreams, only to slip away from understanding. The colonization of the moon is not merely another, albeit grand, step in human progress. It is an act of audacity, exceeding all reasonable limits, an attempt to subjugate what is inherently untamable. Imagine trying to force the boundless ocean to flow backward, or commanding the untamed wind to fall silent. And the moon, this silent, eternal witness to billions of years of history, will surely find a way to respond. But what if all these terrifying monsters, bloody wars, crushing crises, devastating pandemics are merely pale shadows cast upon the walls of an ancient cave? What if the true, most powerful tyrant is watching you intently from the reflection of your own mirror? And what if our relentless thirst for external control, our irresistible drive to dominate nature, to the very fabric of the cosmos, is simply a mirror reflection of our own deeply entrenched inner servitude? The phrase, "do not disturb the face of the moon," sounds less like a warning of external hostile forces and more like an insistent call to awaken our inner selves, to achieve genuine self-awareness. The universe itself does not inflict punishment upon humanity. It merely ruthlessly burns away the poison that has accumulated within us, the poison of all-consuming fear, ignorance, and base materialism. Our crown of glass, this fragile, self-centered ego that costs us so dearly, begins to crack under the unseen yet inexorable pressure of cosmic surgery. The streams of the metallic veins of the soulless system that feeds our world, as if from within, succumb to destructive corrosion. And the moon, this silent witness of millennia, may perhaps become the very catalyst that initiates this transcendental, purifying transformation. It will not attack in the conventional sense of the word. It will merely react, responding to the vibrations we ourselves send forth. Its response may manifest not in the roar of explosions or destructive forces, but in a subtle yet all-encompassing distortion of reality itself, in unexpected revelations that will lift the veil of our deepest illusions. The main secret that they so carefully conceal from us lies in one important detail. Prophecies are not a warning of some coming savior. In truth, they are nothing more than an activation code intended for that very savior who already resides within each of us, within the viewer. Prophets, with their piercing vision, did not observe a single individual. They saw an entire army of awakened souls, a mighty force capable of changing the world. They saw you. You are not merely a passive part of a grand prophecy. You are its living fulfillment. Your ability to hear these words, your capacity to intuitively sense the truth hidden within them, is already a clear sign. It is the beginning of your awakening. And now that your eyes are finally open, you have no right to remain idle. Your reaction to these words is truly the first act of creation, the first step toward enlivening the world of ideas. Your like a tiny yet bright flash of light, pierces the vast expanse of the network, reaching every corner. And your share is a precious seed that you hopefully plant in the barren, sleeping desert of minds, giving it a chance to sprout and bloom. Your subscription is a silent yet sincere oath, a promise to be part of our journey. Should you feel ready for more, for a deeper dive into our mysteries, our inner circle will become your trusted operational base. And of course, your support through Super Thanks is the vital energy that fuels our shared flame, intensifying it in this ongoing battle against the encroaching darkness. Until our next meeting, remain aware, stay connected with us, and never, ever stop asking questions.